Key takeaways. Since the beginning of 2024, the UK has tightened several regulations concerning student visas, healthcare workers, and many others. Following stricter rules introduced in recent months, the UK recorded a 25% decrease in visa applications. Although figures have decreased, authorities have warned of further measures if needed. The United Kingdom introduced stricter immigration policies during the first 5 months of 2024, mainly to reduce net migration figures and prioritize British workers. It is not enough to prioritize British workers. Make sure that you pass policies that will make these British workers to get the required or befitting salaries to the services that they are rendering to these companies, because every year cost of living is going higher and the salaries are not going higher. That is why you see that in Europe now, or in the West, quite a number of the third generations are moving to the right, or they are listening to the song or to the rhythm that the far right are singing in the West, because the loophole that the leftists left in Europe, the far right are really exploiting it and making good use of it. That is why you see that they are gaining ground in Europe. The countries in the West should make sure that they implement policies that every year the salaries are increasing, so it can balance up with the cost of living that is going high every year. And they should build affordable housing systems or schemes. They should invest in affordable housing schemes, social housing schemes for people who don't have jobs, because these are two major problems all over the place in the West. Even in Ireland, they say that it's more easier to find a job than to find a roof over your head. New measures include, among others, tightening student visa rules, an increase in the salary threshold for skilled worker visas, and other policies concerning foreign health workers, Visa Guide World reports. So when it comes to tightening the visa rules for the international students, we can see that a whole lot of universities has gone bankrupt. A whole lot of them, if the government don't give them support, they will be forced to emerge or close down or shut down, because they will no longer have job for these teachers. Moreover, the UK Prime Minister promised to decrease the annual number of family and work visas if elected on July 4th, as reported recently on local media. Even though migration figures have decreased following the above-mentioned measures, authorities warned of further measures if needed. The plan is working, but migration levels are still too high, so we are going further. Stricter rules to tackle UK student visa abuse. In a recent statement, the Home Office announced its plans to further tighten student visa requirements to ensure this part is used for education. Some of the proposed measures include increasing financial maintenance requirements for international students and introducing stricter submission criteria for institutions recruiting overseas students. It's not enough for you to be increasing distance, because if you are increasing or tightening or making this law stricter, and the students that are bringing this money, what you're offering them does not bequeath the money they are bringing in and the requirements they have to meet, they will go to where they will get value for their money. It's as simple as that. Authorities further underscore that they are reviewing English language assessments to ensure that all foreign students understand their course materials properly. Okay, it's very good though. Let them continue. Yes, but they should equally look at the effect it's having in these universities, because these universities, the money they are bringing keep some of these universities running, and the money they are bringing in is equally paying some British teachers' salaries. Yes, they shouldn't forget that. In April 2024, the UK government introduced several rules in an effort to reduce migration and prioritize British workers. Among other things, the minimum salary requirement for foreign workers coming to the UK with a skilled labor visa has risen to 48%, from £26,200, which is equivalent to $33,340. It has now risen to £38,700. That is to say that they increased it. with about 12,500 pounds. Before it used to be 26,200, but now is now 38,700 pounds, equivalent to $49,240. So you see the increase. So that's why you see that the numbers of the foreign students that are coming has dropped up to 41%. And in total, their migration has reduced to the total of 25% in general. This implies that under such circumstances, British employees cannot pay foreign workers less than British workers, which is good. It's not good for the British system to pay foreign workers more than their own people, because it will be unfair to the average British workers or to the British workers. The government aims to prompt employees to put British workers first, which is good, because every government, their first obligations they owe is to their people before they can now consider other country citizens. Furthermore, the UK government eliminated the list of shortage occupations, as it considers no industry should constantly rely on foreign workers. But that's not possible, because the government is now saying that they eliminated the list of shortage occupations, as it considers no industry should constantly rely on foreign workers. Well, no matter how they do it, no matter how they like, let them implement it. Every country needs a certain percentage of foreign workers to fill in some shortages in their countries. There are some labors, menial jobs, or some jobs that some average citizens, due to pride or one reason or the other, will not want to do. And this is work that the foreigners now come in to do. Yes, that is the fact. Check most of the countries, it is like that.